Well, in today's edition of This Isn't New, this is just something new for the Zoomers and the Millennials to go through. We got an article today, talking about the struggles that people have when they're at the office as far as looking productive and what they're doing. And as I've said before, the new generations that are coming up, they rename stuff that we all did when we were younger. This isn't anything new. So task masking is what we're going to be discussing today. Again, for those that don't know, I'm a business coach that works out of West Michigan around the country. I come live here on YouTube pretty consistently and share information I share with my clients. And in this case, this is one of the things that I'm sharing with them just to be aware of, that this is something that's always happened and something's going to go on. So with that, I hope to earn your subscription today. Let's get into this here. So this is from entrepreneur.com. Go ahead and check out the article. It's the link is in the description. What is task masking? Young workers retaliating against return to office mandates with a viral strategy. Again, this just goes into that laundry list of things like, okay, you're sharing stuff that everyone kind of did when we were younger, but it's cool now because you can put it on the TikTok. And we're going to look at a couple TikToks that they have on here. They're pretty funny. All right. So many professionals value the flexibility of remote work, and they're not reacting well to forced in. Excuse me. God, apologies. Last legs of this. This cold will not go away, folks. All right. So they're not reacting well to forced in office returns. This is from Amanda Breen and Jessica Thomas. So a couple takeaways they got here. 60% of exclusively remote employees say they are extremely likely to search for employment elsewhere if they're not allowed remote flexibility per Gallup. I think that's pretty well understood, that's a thing. And reluctant professionals who must work hybrid or in-person schedules are getting creative to showcase their productivity. And before we get into the article, that's one thing that I've heard from a lot of folks is they are able, and it's one of the arguments from work from home folks, is that they're able to get the work done as assigned in the time that they need to, and they manage their time appropriately at the house versus the perceived need for theatrics to show that you are constantly busy when you're in office, right? Because nobody wants the boss to come around and see maybe you're not being perceived as 100% productive. So there's always been that case where you've got to have a little bit of showmanship comes on with that type of stuff. So that's really where they're at. Now, the preference for remote work hasn't stopped some of the U.S.'s largest employers, including Amazon, which we've done videos on. You can go back and look. J.P. Morgan implementing return to office mandates, even in the face of parking shortages and petitions, because petitions are a thing. There's so many people out of work right now that all the petitions do is they're like, cool, all right, if you don't want to work here, that's fine. We can find 100 other people to take your spot. Now, there's another unintended consequence, the viral TikTok trend where young people perform in-office productivity without increasing their output at all, dubbed task masking by career services platform career.io. Activities include typing loudly and walking quickly, anything that gives the illusion of putting 100% effort behind your in-office workday. Like I said, the theatrics is pretty funny. All right, one TikToker says people who want to appear productive at their office should download desktop versions of social media apps onto their computers, type occasionally, and make frustrated noises every 15 minutes. Let's see what this guy here.
Does anyone have any good suggestions of what to do on your computer at an office job that's still work appropriate?
First off, if you're not using WhatsApp for web, you're missing out. Literally just search web.whatsapp.com. It's a desktop version of the WhatsApp app that you use on your phone. Secondly, the best way to look busy at work is just make really frustrated noises like every 10 minutes. Headphones in, listen to a podcast or watch a podcast, whatever. Put it like a small screen on the side or whatever. And then every now and then, right. Then a few minutes later, clack away. All the social media apps have desktop versions, so Facebook, Insta, TikTok. If your access isn't bad, just go and scroll, but just remember to type every now and then.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to move on from that one. That's pretty funny. What do we got here? Appreciate you hopping in the chat here, MacGyver. What do we got? Many years back on a lark, I carried a folder stuffed with papers. I walked in circles around the office for nobody seemed to notice. Yeah. That goes back to like, what is what did they say back in the day? It was where if you want to get into any office building, just carry walk in with a full thing of papers or whatever like this. Oh, it doesn't have audio on your end? Oh no. Let me try that again. Let me replay that again. Let's see if I can reload this thing or not. We'll get it for the next one. I think I didn't have that spot. I apologize about that. Let me try that media source again. Let's see. Let me know. Can you hear this here? Oops, we don't want to do that. What just happened here? All right, I'm going to reload this and see if I can get that back up again. There it is. Let me know if you can hear it.
Does anyone have any good suggestions of what to do on your computer at an office job that's still work appropriate?
First off, if you're not using WhatsApp for web, you're missing out. Literally just search web.whatsapp.com. It's a desktop version.
Showing on my
of the
end, you should be
WhatsApp
getting
app
some
that you
volume.
use on your phone. I am clacking away, but I'm just messaging my friends and my boyfriend.
Oop.
Secondly, the best way to look busy at work is just to make really frustrated noises like every 10-15 minutes. Headphones in, listen to a podcast or watch a podcast, you know, whatever. Put it in like a small screen on the side or whatever. And then every now and then go, oh, okay. Right. Then a few minutes later, oh, for fuck's sake. And just click, clack away. All the social media apps
Appreciate
have
this.
desktop versions,
Trying to troubleshoot this in real time.
Facebook, Insta, TikTok. If your access isn't banned, just go and scroll, but just remember to type every now and then. If AI like ChatGPT is not blocked, then you can just ask AI a question related to your industry maybe and just see like
Okay, there
what
you
they
go.
say.
I had
Some
the
reading on that. And if
the
I'm
gain
having a
turned
slow
down
work
for
day,
this.
I will just sort out my meals and do a food shop and stuff and get it to be delivered like when I get back from work. But as long as you're typing and you make a few frustrated sounds here and there, you're pretty Gucci. And depending on your industry, there's all sorts of like free online courses. So I work in marketing, like HubSpot and Google have loads of free online courses that you can do. Hope that love you. Bye.
Sorry about that. We had a snowstorm last night, so I had the plow going by here. So yeah, and so that's one example of some of the stuff that's going on here, that people are doing the fake whatever to look like they're busy. And you know, again, we did that when we were younger. When I was, you know, I got to look busy. Got the boss coming around, so that's the thing here. Love this one. Another TikToker creator recommends making extraordinarily serious facial expressions, flipping through a notebook from beginning to end, calling up friend or partner while using business hand gestures. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. That's gotta be too loud on your end, guys. It's kind of like you, except without the folder. Okay, all right. Turn this off here a little bit. All right, let's get back into this here. So companies demand that their employees return to the office are sending message that precisely equals productivity. However, the latest TikTok trend indicates it's not the case. Taskmaster reflects young professional belief that time and face time at work isn't equal to outcome and impact. That's something, and again, go check out the article here. And that's something when we talk about what I talk with my clients about specifically is when you want to make sure that your team understands exactly what they're supposed to deliver. And if they're delivering that in whatever time that ends up being, what I say is at that point, I leave it up to them to say, hey, if you'd like to, if you're done and you want to do some additional training or have something, or if there's other work you'd like to be able to take on, this is the way that you are going to be able to get promoted and move up. But we have an honest conversation with folks about their productivity versus their, you know, on output versus perceived productivity, because it's just demoralizing as someone who's done this before, where I've come in and I've been able to knock out my work at the office, you know, in the first 3 hours of the day, and now I'm stuck sitting there. And, you know, rather than raising, and what I found when I had a boss who came to me and was like, yo, are you able to get your stuff done sooner? Yeah. Hey, let's talk about you taking on some extra work, and we will get you promotion, a bonus or something. We'll give you extra cash to have this. And I was able to move up in the ladder because I was able to have that conversation. Like, I can get all this work done. How can I do better? And it ended up moving me into like a leadership position to where I was able to help train other folks. And that's kind of where you want to be able to, as a manager and a leader, be able to think outside the box of just saying, are the people being busy? Busy doesn't necessarily mean productive or worthwhile. So anyways, I just wanted to bring this out here for folks. It's another one of those examples of where we've got, again, the Zoomers, Millennials are doing what we did. We just didn't have TikTok and Facebook and Instagram to post all the stuff on for clicks and likes and stuff like that. So again, as you have, please in the comments, feel free to put anything else that you may have done or that you've done that would be considered, task masking to look productive. And if there's any time where you've been busted or someone's been busted faking it, I'd love to hear about those too. So with that, hopefully I earned your subscription today. Take care, and I will see you guys next time.